All right, y'all.
We're back.
We're back. We're Black and White Randomz podcast. I'm T, aka Scott. This is
Trish.
Alrighty, guys. It's your first time with us, pretty much. I throw a bunch of random topics at Trish.
We talk about it.
And we just talk about it.
Yep.
I mean, that's how this thing works.
Mm-hmm.
All right. For random topic number 1 for this week, I need you to put your thinking cap on for this one a little bit.
Okay.
All right. When men build, women can become feminine.
Yeah. We had to think about that? Did we have to think about that?
I feel like
you shouldn't have to think hard about that.
I feel like there's a discrepancy here, right? Because
definitely
you kind of already have to have a level of femininity before that guy even comes into the picture, if that makes sense. So it's just like, okay, yes, you have a bunch of, we're going to say so-called men or grown boys who assume that just because you are with that woman's supposed to drop everything for you, but you don't have a provider's mentality. So like,
yeah,
there's a bit of a discrepancy there with this.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like it's talked about so much now, but I feel like everybody has pieces of what good looks like, but nobody really knows what
like has the full
like.
picture.
They don't really have like they're like, yeah, if you do this, this, and this, like this is the formula to a successful relationship.
It's not universal though. It's still not universal.
It's not, but the thing is, like, we know opposites attract. So the opposite of femininity is masculinity. So like at a point, like there has to be a balance, and both sexes possess both traits. So it's not like, oh my gosh, like if she's in her feminine and then you drop down and become in your feminine at the same time, like that's gonna create some type of friction.
Yeah, it will.
I just think like there's guys who don't know how to build just as much as there's so many females that don't know how to just relax and be in their feminine as well.
Yeah. But that's like you said before, you're picker. You have to pick one you have to pick a man that you're willing to let lead.
That is true. Yeah. A lot of women in this day and age don't know how to just have a guy lead, but also like you have to. I was just watching like I feel like it was a YouTuber, or like she kind of like she does like counseling or whatever for specifically like single women and single moms, and she's pretty much telling women like not how to force a guy into their masculine, but like how to have like a better picker for you. And one of her things is like she talks about like rotationally dating while you're single. And at a point, like obviously you have to let the man know, like, look, I'm rotationally dating, I'm looking for marriage or whatever it is. And it'll help you better like weed out guys or whatever. Because a dude that wants you is gonna kind of like do whatever he has to do to keep these other dudes like out of the picture.
That as a challenge.
Right.
And rise to the challenge, hopefully. Okay.
So pretty much like
that's an interesting
the success rate that these women are starting to have with these men dating is wild to me, because like she never in there says like you have to risk being feminine to appease to these dudes. And in fact, the woman ends up becoming more feminine as time goes on. But she specifically, I feel like, coaches a lot, and I'm not saying it's not to like normal single women with no kids, but she's preaching to like the single woman who, you know, has kids and is trying to get back on like the dating horse. But it's almost like it's supernatural for us to be feminine, and most women that fight against being feminine are in their head. Like it's not because we go through so much in our day. It's hard for us to like dial back and actually attract people that we're supposed to be attracted to ourselves. Like we have a very standoffish way about ourselves.
Yeah, a lot of us do.
I mean, it is what it is.
Yeah, that wasn't that hard to think about. Or shouldn't be that hard to think about.
It shouldn't.
It shouldn't be.
I feel like it's such a hot topic now, and everybody has like a million takes on like the definition of both.
Yeah, that's for sure.
All right. Here it is.
Okay.
Is Diddy done? Who's going down with him on top of all of that? So is he done, and who's going down with him?
I think he's definitely done. who I don't know who we don't know yet who's going down, but I know a lot of CEOs resigned and right after he got arrested. And high level, not just music execs, but quite a few music execs, and a whole bunch of other ones. So it's apparently a lot of y'all might be going down with him. We'll see though.
I don't know. I just think it's weird. I feel like I saw a video of one of Diddy's son's like high school friends on like TikTok or something, and he pretty much was like, yo, like pretty much most of the stuff they saying about him and his character is exactly spot on. He was like, at first glance, like going to his home, and hanging with his sons, like you would never know. He was like, he had all these rooms in the house. You mess around going the wrong room or the wrong door, open the wrong door, like, yeah.
Like stumbling on the red room from 50 Shades.
Yeah.
like that. Oh no.
Like some type of whatever. In fact, we might be reacting to one of his videos because he had like a couple story times or whatever. But I'm just like this whole thing is just weird. And then I was watching a video of you know who Jaguar is?
Yes.
So
she has been saying for years
about him
that this one is going to take a lot of people down.
Well, it's crazy because Orlando Brown also been talking about this for years.
He has also
as crazy as he is, but yes,
he's also said that a lot. Yeah, he said that many times. But she has been very adamant for a while.
Jaguar
She's been popping up. Yeah,
I don't know. She pretty much was on the lines of like they need to lock J-Lo's ass up too, because whatever was going on, you ever heard
Jay-Z?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But see, the reason for J-Lo ain't the same reason for everybody else. Because think about it. J-Lo's in a relationship with him, right? And she says that kind of like clicked a little bit. Notice Diddy never talks about, like, he always says his best relationship was with J-Lo. I don't care like how many times he tried to get Cassie back. He never said that was the best relationship he ever been in.
We know what he was doing with her.
My thing is, it almost is given like J-Lo was like the silent partner. Like, I'm gonna stay quiet and shut my ass up as long as I can get ahead type.
It might have been like that. And there was a lot of people who were tolerating that for sure, just based off of the fact that he launched so many careers, he destroyed so many careers. But like this, he's not coming back from this. Even if he doesn't go to jail for life for racketeering, which is the least problematic of his charges, like he's not coming back. There's no comeback from this. Like, how do you come back towards something like this?
It's so much stuff to this story that it's not even funny. Like, he about to be like some Weinstein type.
I've seen a lot of it was one particular TikToker. He was like, he said, so all right, he was like, so R. Kelly, he had to go, right? We had to cancel him. He was like, we canceled his music. He said, but do we cancel Diddy's artists? Even though we have to cancel him, he's like, because I'm not giving up my Danny Kane. Right. And he listed a couple other ones. He was like, so if we're gonna cancel him.
Remember, Arbery already had some case going against him for a while.
Yeah.
You got Dawn that got a case against him.
She just filed that one, right?
Yeah, but apparently she tried to file it a couple years ago. The reason why they try not to let him out is because he has a habit of threatening the witnesses and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Or getting in contact with him. And the last time she tried to open a case against him, he was like all on her agent, all trying to get a hold of her, threatening her, like all types of stuff. And supposedly they got proof on that. Then they were like, oh, then you got to bring Usher into it. Because they like, how much damage did Usher really do? Because Usher was like supposedly one of his like very first victims when it comes down to like hospital molestation and all that stuff when he was a teenager. And then him kind of like bringing Justin Bieber to Diddy, like, they like just for Justin Bieber alone, like Usher should be charged with Diddy. The thing is Justin Bieber fitting to come out and really say what everybody was thinking. And it's weird because thinking back on it, I didn't even think about the Justin stuff until recently, because if you recall when Justin was going through, he was doing the stuff that kids that get molested do.
Yeah.
Urinating in public. Threatening, like acting out. Remember, he acted out for such a long time, for quite a few years, that it was just like, yo, he was telling us without telling us that potentially.
I think he might have been, yeah. This is about to be a messy. These next couple months are gonna be so messy. It's gonna be real bad.
It's gonna be a thing, man. I don't know.
Yeah, that's just
like them raping all those boys for and young artists,
the human trafficking.
The human trafficking, giving them false promising them things. And it's a wonder, like, you really have to think, like, why is it that Diddy's artists never had super longevity?
Because like really, none of them really did. Really, none of them did.
None of them.
Somebody, I saw one creator. He was like, "So we finally going to find out what happened to Biggie and Tupac." He was like, "We really about to find out what happened to them."
And probably if they wanted him this hard.
He said, he looked at the camera. He was like, "Diddy, if you had him killed and then you made that damn song, that is the most diabolical shit I've ever heard."
Well, one of the bodyguards tried to say he had like a god complex, like nobody could ever be as big as him. Mm-hmm. Like, who to take out back then than them two?
Yeah, this situation.
I mean, it's not like that man was like a really great artist or anything. Your verses was written and you still rhyming like you reading on a damn first grade level. Like,
right.
He had that one fish, two fish, red fish, blue fish flow.
Yeah, really. When these names are coming out, though, y'all, this might be one we have to talk about every couple weeks because this is gonna be crazy.
Bruh. Oh my gosh.
Them names are gonna start coming out shortly.
My thing is, how long is it gonna take us to start getting into the case? It's gonna be the kicker.
Oh, his lawyer's gonna put it off as long as possible. Absolutely.
Like,
and then the lawyers of all those who are going to be involved secondary are going to put up a fight. Like,
see, my thing is, I don't even know for real because they gonna have to start this at some point. When the feds come and get you, they already had what they needed. So it's just like, at the end of the day, how long we get ready to postpone this case? Like, and where do they go? Where are they gonna start with this? Like, at what point and how many weeks is that, months is this case fitting to like drag out?
That's gonna be important
for a long time. Like, oh my God. Then somebody was like, man, he was trying to get out because he got 6 kids. No, you wasn't thinking about them 6 kids when your butt was running around here.
Not just that, but the rumors that you had one of their mothers killed. No, sir.
It's and potentially late. Might have raped the one whose mom got killed.
Yeah, it's too late.
The son. So
talk about all my kids. It's too late for that claim.
I don't know. It's some weird stuff. Kids, people talking about exhume Kim's body and all this. I'm like, bro.
I feel bad for his kids because this is going to be really messy, really hard for them to have to deal with.
It is,
especially if they weren't involved in it.
With the possible extortion and money laundering and stuff that might come behind this case. Like, are his kids really as set up as he thought they was going to be? You get what I'm saying? And I get it. Like, his 2 younger daughters, I believe, like, this probably like their senior year in high school.
Yeah, they're
so like I'm pretty sure they have a career of their own, but like knowing that certain things were promised to you just by birthright, and now all of a sudden
it might all be gone. Yeah,
poof, that's gone. Okay, now
I do feel bad for the kids.
And that's the thing, having a certain specific type of lifestyle. I don't know, man. There's some weird stuff.
Yeah, I don't know. Let's see how this one goes. To keep tuned in for this one.
Right. And keep coming back as new things unfold. All right, so here we go. Is pop music making a comeback?
Ooh.
And like, I mean to the type, like the extent it was in like the late 90s, early 2000s.
Like actual pop, not the
like like actual pop music.
Because we said this on our reaction channel when we were watching the new Tate McRae video. I think it is. Because like for a long time pop got blended into like hip hop and R&B, and I feel like it's starting to step back into its own like lane again. And I'm here for that.
I feel like you got Chait, you got like a Charlie XCX or whatever his name is. You got a couple other artists coming back. You got like even what's the chick with the On My Mama song?
Victoria
Monet. Like she's like a mixture in between like R&B and pop, which is cool. I feel like if it comes back, this is gonna be the era to do it in.
Yeah.
And I feel like Tate McRae is probably gonna be at like the forefront of it. Because like her songs and videos are just like they giving Britney, they giving Christina, they giving PCD, Pussycat Dolls or whatever.
Yeah.
Like there is so much going on with her videos, and I feel like I would be glad if this newer generation was inspired the same way we were coming up as little girls and having pop icons.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like that's something that's necessary, it's needed, it's fun music.
Yeah.
You know, it's not about
you can listen to. like even with your kids around, like you don't have to worry about skipping through it, or it's a lot. Yeah, I hope it keeps coming back because I think it's making comeback.
Oh, you got Madison Beer, like it's a couple of them. Like I feel like it's about to make a huge comeback. Actually,
yeah, y'all go ahead and make a run for it. You do it. We're here for it.
Hey, I'm here for it. The choreo is given
I'm here for the resurgence.
It's a lot of hair flipping going on right now.
Yeah, I'm here for like the resurgence of the pop era choreo too.
Oh,
that was something different.
The choreo made the era what it was on top of like the stardom and the fandom or whatever. But
we are the originators of the singing with the brush and the hair dryer in the mirror. We are the originators of that. Y'all don't know. Well, maybe not even. I feel like our parents did that too, but we had like the pop music. I mean,
they had like the Janets and stuff like that. So
yeah, that was a time. That was a fun time. I'm here for it to come back.
Listen.
Yeah, we need stuff like that.
Hopefully it comes back sooner than later.
Right.
But it looks like it's on track now. So hopefully, we'll be having a better question, like a better conversation around it in the start of the year. When 2025 rolls around. Anyway, like, comment, share,
subscribe,
hit that notification bell.
Yep. And our reaction channel on YouTube, if you're not watching, is Black and White Reacts. It's so black and white, and then REACV. You can find the video versions of our podcast and our reaction channel.
Yep.
All right, y'all. We'll be back next week. Bye.